about Dallas, make it hurt.
What's up, everybody? What's going on here today? Welcome once again to the one and only. This is the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live right now on the original home of the podcast, which is, of course, Podbean. And then it is being seen and heard live right now as we speak on the Big Time Show Facebook and YouTube page, as well as the Twitch page and the Twitter page as well. And of course, it's also being seen and heard live right now on the Sports Empire Network page as of now. Welcome everybody to the show. It is Monday night. I am just a tad bit late, but I'm here. Here I am. I'm in the house. What's going on? Everybody in the house. Let me know. I'm kind of loud here. I think I am, but if I am, somebody let me know if I'm too loud. But I think I got I'm turned up a little bit. I'm sounding real loud and clear right now in my ear. I don't know how it's going to come off to you guys, but I'm cool right now. Welcome to the show. I hope that those that are here would share. Hope that those would share the content. Push those like buttons as we go. You will help your boy out here. Also, if you're on my Facebook pages, whether that's the Big Time Show page, on the Big Time Show page, Facebook page, you can use the stars, as well as if you're on the YouTube page, you can use the super chat as well. When I see your super chat, I promise you I will stop what I'm doing just to read your comment, as there's not a requirement, but yeah, it would help your boy out, and I appreciate all those that will come in. Listen, Cowboy Nation is really just, it's coming along kind of crazy right now. There are things that are going on, obviously, that needs to be addressed, in my view. Just as well, I'm quite sure some of you have some things that need to be addressed, and I'm quite sure we're going to be talking about the same things on tonight. Let me go ahead and speak to everybody before I get there. And those on Podbean, hey, what's going on? I see you. I can't even pronounce these couple names here, so I'm not going to even try. You know who you are. Thank you for popping in on that part. Let me speak to those that are in the chat. What's going on, Metris? I see you right there on YouTube. I see you. Metris, what's going on? I got a few people in here, but y'all ain't spoke to me. Y'all just peeping in. It's kind of rude to be in and then don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Let me see something real quick that will tell me a whole lot. I'm going to look right now. Y'all forgive me, but I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. Okay. What's going on, Roy TX26? One of my producers is on here right now, and I want to say that I'm looking at it's certain numbers and things as I can. You can't see that, but I can. I want to let my producer know that what I thought was going to happen is happening right now. I can't see some people that I need to see. You understand, my producer? I know you there. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. E. Kush, what's up? What is going on? E. Kush, my brother's in the house. Listen, we got enough to talk right now. Listen, let's go ahead and move on what I believe I think is important on tonight. Some of you have already heard, and I have to act like some people have not heard. And I'm spellbound by some of the things that I'm hearing that's not rubbing me the right way. I got to tell you that it's not rubbing me the right way in cowboy land. It's kind of what I expected, but I didn't expect it to be this bad this early. I didn't expect it to be this bad this early. I got a problem with the Dallas Cowboys in particular. I got a problem with Jerry and Stephen Jones today. I do. Because it seemed like things that are obvious are so hard for them to understand. It's a shame that the fan base and others see things and they don't see it because they have so much pride and they want to hold on and they want to make things work. And then you already know what time it is. So this is a setup. It has been addressed, but my problem is, why did it take so long for it to be addressed? Exactly, Demetrius. Some of y'all already know. Let me show you the background, and then I'll tell you exactly what happened for those that don't know. For those that know, then just ride with me real quick. But you got to understand, when I got people on here, they just don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on. Y'all look at this. This happened a couple days ago. This is this is a report from Michael Gilkin. This is his tweet that he put out. Of course, he's there at practice during training camp. This is unbelievable. Well, it's not unbelievable, but it's shocking. Cowboys kicker Tristan Viciano missed 4 straight field goals from 33 yards, 38 yards, 39 yards, and then 39 yards again. The first 39 had poor operation with bad snap. So team reloaded, second try. All misses were wide left. Vizcaino, 4 of 8 with context of bad operation on one. Then Brandon Aubrey, the kid that we signed from the USFL, the kicker, went 5 for 7, and he missed 33 from 33 yards and 42. Ladies and gentlemen, look. You see, we I mean, it's let me just go and say, it's too good of a team. It's too good of a team for us to be having this issue. And if you know you're not good at this issue, then we have to address it. Coach Marv, I see you, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks for the $5 super chat. He said, "What's up, Big Show? I love the physical style of practice today. Worked hard on running game today. Ronald Jones out today, leg. Yeah, he hurt himself, from my understanding. Say he's gonna miss some time. And say Coach Marv says it's time to move on from him. I hate to say this, but Ronald Jones it actually just made it easy for him to get cut based on his suspension, and now it seems like he's gonna miss some time with his leg. So you're not gonna get anything from him. You're not gonna get anything in preseason, probably as they plan. You're not gonna get anything, and they said it's gonna take some time. So we're running in, he's already suspended. So for the first 2 games, so we don't know exactly what it is, but what's going on. Hey Nisi, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate you. So Coach, for those who haven't heard that, he's having problems with his leg as well. So you know, I got him not shocked at that. Let me get back to this this context here, which is real crazy. What's up? Yeah, Kevin, my conscience is here. Kevin Kyrie, who adds in and says that Ronald Jones had got a groin injury, but he said he knew it was a long shot anyway. Like you said, he made it easy for him. Exactly. It's a shame that it come down to this for Ronald Jones, who actually came back home to play. But this is what has happened. A case of bad luck, if you want to throw it there. You don't want to wish anything on him. It's just that the rumor was that I heard, don't know if it's true or not, that there were people that were saying inside the building that Ronald, it was going to be hard for him to make the team, and that's before training camp even began. So something must have went on with all this. So I hate to hear for Ronald Jones, but it is what it is. Appreciate you, Coach Maul, with that $5 super chat. Thank you. Back to this right here. And he could say the kicker issue isn't new. He say, why aren't we drafting kickers? Well, when you see stuff like this, that question is right. Ladies and gentlemen, that question is right. I mean, come on now. The question is right. I mean, we don't really address it. What we have ran into some pretty good kickers and no name kickers over the years that turned into something. Dan Bailey comes to mind, who made Pro Bowls. Even Michael Mayer, Money Mike, until last year at the end where he pretty much just messed up, in the playoff game with all those missed extra points and field goals and all that kind of stuff. He kind of was horrible at the end. Looked like the pressure got to him, and he just couldn't go between the uprights to save his life. Then we get to this point, and this is the part I really can't blame Vizcaino or Brandon Aubrey. I can't blame them. You know why? Here's the reason why, and I'm going to fast forward. See, they are what they are. They are. There's a reason why these guys aren't on a roster. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why they were available. Because of stuff like what you're saying right now. Now, Brandon Aubrey, on the other hand, you can look at him like this. The way I look at it is, if you're a starter in this league, you are actually one of the best 32 in the world at your position. That's the way I look at it. Now, you may look at it differently. That's the way I look at it. Every quarterback, no matter the quote-unquote elite guys and all that, every quarterback, they're one of the best 32 in the world. Whoever we think is the worst quarterback in the league, the truth of the matter is, it can't too many people do what they do. If you want to say one of these rookies are the worst, if you want to say Baker Mayfield, if you want to say whoever. Some of y'all think Dak Prescott the worst, but I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway, there are only a few guys walking God's green earth that could do their jobs at an elite level on, constantly. This is what the kickers are. Now, I said one of the best 32. If you're not in that group of 32, that means you are regulated to the USFL. You're regulated to the CFL. You're regulated to arena ball. I'm not knocking the leagues because they pay money. You get a paycheck from whatever league that you're in. I'm just saying you're not one of the best. Vizca ain't one of the best. Brandon Aubrey come from the USFL. He obviously was not one of the best. So if they're not one of the best, don't expect Hall of Fame type kicking from USFL type players. I'm not knocking the brothers. I'm just saying these guys are not the dudes. And based by what you're saying right here, really, it's no surprise. I don't blame them. I blame Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. Because see, they should have enough football knowledge to sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? To sacrifice when you got a team like everybody think we have, you can't mess up the team with special teams, especially when you know it's a problem. You cannot risk the season. You can't risk 2 or 3 games, which we all know some of these games is going to come down to the kicker. It won't be no 7 to 10 point win. Some of these games are going to be a 3-point win with a field goal kicker kicking it up through the uprights for the win. We all know this. We see it every year. We can't go to war with these kickers right here. But they already knew that. Which leads to the question, why are we being so cheap? When you got kickers who are proven, even if they're not signed to a team, they have NFL experience. Why are we wasting time experimenting with guys like this? We can't go to war. Not with this. As great as we keep saying our defense is going to be, you can't go to war with this. We're gonna be holding our breath. If something isn't done, in my view, correctly, and when I say what in my view, and I just go ahead and fast forward this, if we don't get a veteran in here, we're gonna be holding our breath every time a kicker gets on the field. I'm even talking on kickoffs. I'm even talking to forget field goals. I'm talking about on kickoff. Can you kick the ball to the end zone? Can you kick the ball straight where it don't go out of bounds? So my defense got to start playing defense at the 40-yard line because it's a penalty when you kick it out. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? And although Coach Marv just said that it was a physical day today and running the ball and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. This is what's hurting me. This hurts me. Because this is not a good sign at all. And look, listen to me, y'all. This is common sense. Now, forgive me. And I know things can change, and I get it, and I know you be better the next day, and today may have been a bad day, and tomorrow maybe. I get all that. I'm talking about right now. This is practice, y'all. Look at this. I'm like Allen Iverson. This is practice. And this is what you're giving me in practice? The man missed 4 straight field goals. Look, from 33, 38, 39 yards, and then 39 again in practice. This is not even hardly a field goal. This is almost an extra point in practice. What in the world you think is going to happen in the game? Man, when I heard that, man, I did this. Violation. I had to pull my whistle out. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. If I blowed your eardrums out, I apologize. I can't pay for your bill. I'm sorry. This is violation. This is ridiculous. This is practice, y'all. Brandon Aubrey, he missed one from 33. One from 42. That sounds like, look, if this is what it's gonna be, give me Mayer back. Give me Monty May back. Come on now. So as we speak, Robbie Gould is out there. Like seeing y'all in the chat calling out the name. Robbie Gould is still there. Mason Crosby is still out there. No, they're not on the team. God knows they got the NFL experience. They have kicked big points in big games, playoff games. I mean, come on now. It may not be there, but at least, look, go get me somebody. This ain't gonna cut it. I got too good of a team to be playing around, experimenting, trying to figure out who can kick the ball and who can't. The truth of the matter is, as I look at these stats, they both can't kick. Now, hey, that's the way I see it. They both can't kick. What are they gonna do? Now, the Cowboys obviously agree with what I'm saying, and so they cut Tristan Vizcaino, I believe it was today. Rightfully so. My question is, what took you so long? For that, taking so long, wasting time, violation. Violation on the Jones family. It shouldn't have took that long. You should have cut him immediately. You should have been cut the man. Shouldn't probably even made the flight to Oxnard, California. Shouldn't even be in training camp. Shouldn't even be there. Shouldn't even got on the plane. Shouldn't have gave him a locker. Shouldn't have gave him a uniform. Shouldn't have gave him anything. What they should have gave him was a first-class ticket back home. That's what they should have gave him. If this is what you gonna give me, if this is what you gonna give me, if this is look, if it would have been me, let me tell you what would happen with me. Let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, you see what Michael Gilkin is saying here? He missed from 33, 38, 39, and then 39 again. Let me tell you what would have happened if I would have been there. I'm already on the edge because I don't trust y'all anyway as a kicker. Let me tell you something. This is what would have happened if it was me out there. As soon as he missed that first field goal, 33 yards, I would have told him, hey, sir, we appreciate your time. Go on, look, bye. I'll tell you what I would have done. As soon as he missed the 33-yard field goal, because I don't trust you anyway, this is what I would have done. I would have blown the whistle, hey, man, get out of here, man. Get on out of here. We gone. Bye. He wouldn't even got a chance to kick the next one with me. See what I'm saying? My brother here, Jerome. Jerome said this, and this is just the truth. Jimmy Johnson would never. You see what I'm saying? See, some of us know. You see what I'm saying? Some of us have a good clue and idea of what really supposed to. It wouldn't even got this far. Brandon Aubrey. Look, Bray would say, hey, Tristan, you just missed one. Brandon Aubrey, it's your turn. It's your turn. You missed from 33 yards. I would have looked just as quick as I'm looking at y'all in this camera. As soon as Tristan would have missed it, I would have said, hey, man, I appreciate your time. You go on. I would have said, Mr. Aubrey, your turn. As soon as he missed from 33 yards, Tristan wouldn't even got to the locker room. I would have said, hold up, go catch up with him. Get out of here, Brandon. Get on out of here. You too. I would have had one of them offensive linemen kicking the ball from that point on. I wouldn't even care. I would have said, hey, Tyron Smith, I know you can't lift your leg up, Harley. Get on here and kick this ball. Somebody got to kick it. It ain't going to be them. I mean, good Lord of mercy. I mean, come on now. Look, as soon as Tristan missed the first field goal at 33, he'd have been walking. He wouldn't even got to the locker room yet. You just seen the back of his jersey. And then at the same time, I would call Brandon, let's kick it again. Brandon would have missed it. Tristan wouldn't even been at the door. I would have told Brandon, all right, go catch up with him. Go catch up with him, because you gone too. We got 2 first-class tickets. Wherever y'all want to go, just get away from here, because look, you shall not kick. You shall not kick for the Dallas Cowboys. You understand me? I know some of y'all laughing. I'm just telling the truth. I couldn't have been the head coach. I couldn't have been. Out of the Jimmy Johnson spirit would have rose up in me. I would have done. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all think I'm lying? Well, somebody would say, well, we don't have a kicker. Go find one. As soon as it wouldn't even got to that fourth kick. As soon as Tristan Vizcaino would have missed that first field goal from 33-yard line, I would have looked at him in his face. I would have said, hey, man, dude, you don't want to play no football here. They would have said, let's get back on the ball. Y'all play football. You know what the coach, you say, get back on the ball. I would have said, no, we ain't getting back on the ball. Get out of here. Tristan, get on out of here. No, don't get back on the ball. Get off the ball. Tristan, you get off the ball and get on to the sideline. Brandon, come on, sir. Come on. This is how it would have been. Brandon, come on. We're going to put the ball right back in the same spot. 33 yards. Brandon Aubrey. Come here. Come on. Let's go. Get on the ball, y'all. Brandon would have missed it. Vizcaino would have had his head down with his helmet in his hand, looking sad, walking off. Soon as Brandon Aubrey misses his field goal, let's go. You gonna catch up to. Go. God bless you, and we wish you joy in your next endeavors, but your endeavors won't be here. Drop that helmet off. We ain't worried about no playbook, because you didn't have no playbook. All you need to do is kick it through the upright. Your job is simple. Kick the ball. You don't get a playbook. You don't get a playbook. Just kick the ball through the upright. Both of y'all, get on out of here. They let go of Tristan today, but they kept Brandon here for a reason. I guess 5 or 7. I guess they make you. They got to keep somebody for the preseason. That's the way I'm looking at it. They can't just cut both of them. Go get me a veteran, please. I say it all that to say, go get me a veteran. Please go get me a veteran. This is ridiculous. This right here is ridiculous. Y'all know that. This is why Cowboy, and I got some Cowboy haters in here right now. This is the reason why Cowboy haters have a field day against us for stuff just like this. Jerry and Stephen Jones should be ashamed of themselves for even letting this catastrophe go on this long. This is ridiculous. Y'all see it right there. We can't afford this. It's too big of a season. It's too much on the line. We got too good of a team to be worried about having a great defense, but then got Sesame Street kickers. Lord have mercy. I got a monster in my defense, but I got Cookie Monster as kickers. I'm upset tonight. I am. I'm upset. Cool, you're an Eagle fan. I know you're laughing at me. I get it. You laugh and I'm crying. See what I'm saying? I've been crying ever since I saw this. I'm upset with my owner. I'm upset with Steve. This is ridiculous, man. You can't have if you go on offense, if your grading system was A to F, and I say, give me a grade for what you think our offense is. Most people will say, we'll give the Cowboy offense probably a B- or a B or B+ or whatever. You're not getting an A. That's fine. At least it's a B. Okay? But if I say, give me a grade for what A to F for my defense, you're going to say, hey, if you got common sense. The most people would get the Cowboys an A on paper right now for the defense. But Lord, if I say, give me a grade for my special teams, you ain't got to give it. I give it. It's an F. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And y'all can sit there and like, it's just preseason. It's just this. Look, these guys, this is practice what they kick from. It ain't no pressure. It ain't no crowd. It ain't no noise. It ain't no bad weather in California. It ain't no snow on the ground. It ain't no mist on the ground. It ain't October and November. It ain't cold yet. These guys kicking in sunshine and beach palm trees in California. They kicking it when it was nice and beautiful and people are smiling and frogs don't even jump in California. You understand? Insects are nice. Insects stop by and shake your hand in California. The flies don't even fly. They don't even try to mess with your food. They see your food, they see you eating the flies, just keep it going on somewhere else. I'm upset tonight. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because see, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all know it's ridiculous. And something got to be done rather quickly in order for something to happen. Okay? Something got to be done. Now, if you go into war with Brandon Aubrey, look, I'm not there. I ain't seen it, but look, come on now. I got to have better than that. I got to have something better than this. Somebody need to make a phone call up there in Dallas. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Let me get out of here because I'll get upset with it. All right. So, I spent 30-something minutes just on it. I could go another hour on it just checking. I mean, I feel like checking right now because it's very upsetting. It really is. It's upsetting to me. I got too much invested this season for this to be going on. All right, I really do. I got too much invested this season. This season alone for something like this to be going on, and I'm worried about my kicker who can't kick a 33-yard field goal multiple times. I can't win like that. I mean, come on now. I can't win. Let me get to my next thing. Oh, okay. Kyle said, sound like we headed to another season of Cowboys coming short. Well, if we have these type of field goal kickers, I can't argue with you. I mean, I'm calling like it is. I mean, hey, if this is what I got as field goal kickers, man, look, this is ridiculous. It really is. I can't believe it. Let me pick something else up real quick that I know y'all ain't gonna like. Well, I guess it's time for me to get that going. Let's see here. Okay. No, I can't do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do this because this way everybody finna get mad. Y'all probably need to share this now. Listen, I need for everybody that's on here, Facebook, YouTube, especially those that are there, I need you to hit the like button. It's not going to cost you anything. Hit that like button for me if you like. That'll help your boy out here. Go ahead and hit that like button. Do it now real quick. It ain't going to cost you nothing. Cost you a couple seconds. And go ahead and do that. All right, do that for me. Share the content as well if you don't mind. Let's talk about this next topic, and then I might be out of your way tonight, actually. Here's the other big news that just slipped in. Stuff that we've talked about for months. It is the lightning rod of a nation, because Cowboys are always the news. ESPN starts off every day with the Dallas Cowboys. We're already in mid-season form. I don't even know another team got training camp going on. Talk about the Cowboys so much. It's just unbelievable. The other lightning rod is Dak Prescott. Everybody's saying, can Dak do it? Can Dak cut down interceptions? Is Dak elite? Is Dak a good quarterback? Can Dak carry a team to the NFC Championship game? How many playoff wins does Dak need to win in order to be a good season? It's just Dak. It ain't too many other quarterbacks in the league. It's just Dak. It's all year. Well, I got some more news for you, and this news that y'all ain't gonna like. But all I can say is, and most of y'all on here, this is where y'all can jump in with me and just say we told them. How about this right here? How about that? How about that? This is the rumor that is out. It really shouldn't be a rumor nor a surprise, but here we go. The Dallas Cowboys, a two-time Pro Bowl quarterback, Dak Prescott, have had discussions about a new long-term deal per Jeff Powell. At the time, it does not appear imminent, sources tell The Athletic, but there's motivation for the team to lower his 2024 cap hit to help absorb the potential massive extensions for the young stars Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. Prescott signed a 4-year, $160 million extension in 2021, which made him the highest paid all-time based on value at signing. Here's the part that y'all ain't gonna like. Dak could be looking at nearly $50 million per year on the new deal. All I can say is I told you so. Huh? I need everybody that knew that all this was going to happen. Need you to go on, stick your chest out, because folk didn't believe it. I mean, seriously. There were Cowboy fans that just don't believe that for some reason that Dak Prescott, number one, ain't going to even be in Dallas no more. This folks really believe Dak Prescott would not even be in Dallas anymore. And I keep trying to tell everybody, Dak Prescott is going absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. Let's break this down real quick. Let's go back up to the top. Cowboys. Our discussions on a new long-term deal. See, some of y'all thought he ain't gonna get a long-term deal. Some of y'all thought that he just gonna be a year to year and all that kind of stuff. It's just insane thoughts. It's folks that think that he just wasn't gonna be alone. I told y'all, he gonna get a long-term deal. I know it's hard to swallow. Cowboy fans, I understand. He's gonna be here. Because this is the only way they're gonna be able to free money up. It's through his contract. Which leads to the next paragraph. So at the time, it does not appear imminent, but there is motivation for the team to lower his 2024 salary cap hit to help absorb the potential massive extensions for Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. Let's just break that down. They're going to lower his cap hit by giving him his money. They're going to lower it by convert his money into a gigantic signing bonus. And they're going to lower that cap as low as they need it to be to take care of Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. So it says. This should not be a surprise, y'all. This is what they've done to Mahomes' contract. This is what they've done to several Cowboy contracts. This is what they did to the DeMarcus Lawrence contract. This is what they've done. This is what they're going to do. And let me go ahead and clear something up real quick. It says the lower the salary cap hit to absorb, listen to the wording, the potential massive extensions. The potential massive extensions for Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. You got to say it's potential. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Michael Parsons is going to get a massive contract. Ain't no potential to it. It's going to happen. CeeDee Lamb is going to get probably 30, right at $27 to $30 million a year. It's going to be massive. It ain't nothing about no potential. It's going to happen. I don't even know what that was a poor choice of word for me. I don't know. Now, let's keep reading. When he signed it, that's when y'all had a big problem with it. 4 year, $160 million. I forgot what his signing bonus was, but it was incredible. It said it made him the highest paid all time based on value at signing. All time. And y'all talk about Dak Prescott like he ain't nothing, but when he signed it, guess what? He was the highest paid quarterback because it was his turn. I keep trying to tell y'all. It don't make no difference how elite you may think of him, or elite, or how well you may think. You may say, well, he ain't Mahomes. He ain't this guy. He ain't Burrow. He ain't this guy. He ain't that guy. He don't have to be. Not quarterbacks. Quarterbacks don't have to be. They just have to be next. They just got to be pretty decent. And at the time, Dak Prescott got paid like that. So common sense would tell you this then, which leads to the next sentence. Common sense tells you if the Cowboys made him the highest paid all time, based on value at signing, all time, then ladies and gentlemen, when it's time for him to sign coming up, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL when his time comes, which ain't too far from now. If they made him highest paid back then, in 2021, he's going to be the highest paid guy in the league. Again, highest paid quarterback in the league when his time comes. If Jalen Hurts got $52 million a year, if Justin Herbert, who hadn't won anything, Justin Herbert ain't won nothing. Justin Herbert ain't won nothing. He ain't won a division. He ain't been to the playoffs. And Justin Herbert right now sits atop the quarterback mountain as the highest paid quarterback in the league. Justin Herbert. What, come on now. What you think about to happen with Dak Prescott? Forget that. Look, Dak Prescott right now is sitting back like the Godfather with his legs crossed, waiting on Joe Burrow to sign, hoping that he signed quickly so you see how astronomical he is going to be, because you know Joe Burrow contract going to be higher than Justin Herbert. You know that, right? Dak Prescott is just like laughing like the Joker, just happy. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. You can call him trash. You can call him whatever you want to say. What's going to happen is, as soon as Joe Burrow signs his deal, that will be the starting price for Dak Prescott. And y'all going to say, he ain't as good as Joe Burrow. It don't make no difference. Don't make no difference. Jalen Hurts is nowhere near on the level of Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is nowhere. Some will say he's a top, 5 quarterback now. My opinion is he's not. A lot of people say he is. But here's the point, bottom line. It didn't make no difference what I thought of Jalen Hurts. The Philadelphia Eagles decided to pay this man over $50 million a year. 50 for one good year. For one good year, the Philadelphia Eagles signed Jalen Hurts to that amount of money for one good year. One. Justin Herbert has not won absolutely nothing. He has not won in the division. He has not even been in the playoffs. He is not even has won nothing. Nothing. He's won nothing. So y'all talk about Dak Prescott. Talk about Dak Prescott. When you talk about Dak Prescott like, he ain't done nothing. Dak Prescott has at least won division multiple times. Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. Justin Herbert ain't done nothing. Nothing. And look what he got paid. What y'all think Dak Prescott gonna get paid? I'm just trying to help you Cowboy fans and some of you haters who love to run y'all mouth about Dak Prescott as much as ESPN does. Y'all running y'all mouth now. Y'all, look, you might as well get ready. Cause that last sentence there, he said Dak could be looking at nearly $50 million per year. It's gonna be that. He's going to get exactly the starting line. It got to be Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts really had for 1 year. Just one. That's the starting point. But he gonna bypass Jalen Hurts. The starting point for Dak is gonna be Joe Burrow. Joe took the team. I know Joe took him to the Super Bowl, Cincinnati. I understand that. I get it. Gooch, here go Gooch. Hey, Gooch. Gooch says this. I'm sorry to tell you, Jerry Jones is not going to do that again. Dak will be on another team. Mr. Gooch, that's not going to happen, sir. I'm sorry to tell you. They are fully committed to Dak Prescott. I don't know how much Cowboy news you keep up with. They are committed fully to Dak Prescott. And they are going to pay him because they will have no choice but to pay him because they have no other options. Unless they making a blockbuster deal to trade for Patrick Mahomes or somebody. If it ain't one of those guys, then Dak Prescott would be a Dallas Cowboy. Please don't come talking to me about somebody in college right now. Please, we don't do that. We're not gonna even do that. So, Gooch, I'm sorry to inform you of that, but Dak Prescott not going anywhere, nowhere. That has perfectly been made clear. Okay, so I wanted to share this with y'all, but so it won't be such a shock to y'all. Some of y'all, it ain't just the haters. It's gonna be the Cowboy fans that are going to be upset, and y'all gonna be saying he don't deserve all it. Okay, Justin Herbert don't deserve his either. I can make a real good argument about Jalen Hurts as well. I see 1 year. Because that's all he had. One good year. And that equivalates to being $50 million a year. No. So you better get ready. Luke says, I'm telling you, he's not. He's not. If he doesn't perform this year after they dumb down the playbook for him, he's out. I don't know if I would use the term dumb down playbook, Gooch. I just believe that they understand his where he's most proficient at, which goes all the way back to Mississippi State. He is a great, I ain't gonna say great, but I'm gonna say his game has always been, even in Mississippi State, where no wasn't necessarily pushing the ball down the field. He's a quick. He's a guy that got to get the ball out of his hands quick. He needs guys that can run after the catch, and that's what Dak needs. That's his game. He can throw it down the field. He can throw for 4,700 yards in the season. He's done it. He can throw for over 30 touchdowns in the season. He's done that. Y'all hung up on 1 year because the man's thumb was broken and came back after 5 games through picks. A lot of y'all, if you study the tape, y'all know the truth. You know it wasn't all his fault. Y'all know what happened. Some of it was. But that's not Dak Prescott's game where you make a whole bunch of turnovers. You know, it is what it is. He don't have to underperform, Gooch. Because see, the thing is that for years, ESPN is doing this now. ESPN is creating this narrative now where people are trying to act like the Cowboys' whole season is dependent upon Dak Prescott. Stephen A. Smith is running his mouth as usual, trying to create narratives and show the hate so everybody can jump on his narrative, and then you got this year's worth of yep going on like that. The season ain't never been dependent on Dak Prescott. It's dependent on his defense. That's the strong point of this team. The defense has to play well. The defense has to play championship level defense in order for us to get where we're going. Michael Parsons has to be Superman this year. This defense got to be incredible. Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy is right, even though I don't believe it's going to happen. Mike McCarthy is right. We need to lean on the running game. It ain't never been about Dak Prescott. You know what Dak Prescott got to do, Gooch? This is what Dak Prescott got to be. He's a good quarterback that had sometimes he has to be great in moments. That's what Dak needs to do. Ain't going to be many. But when the bell rings, he need to answer the call. Gooch, they never did say that because they wouldn't say that in public. They never said they're dumbing down the playbook. They never would say that. That's an insult. They're not going to insult Dak Prescott like that. They just changed the offense. It's a West Coast offense. That's what they said. They didn't say that they were dumbing down. Nobody, no organization would say something like that with their star quarterback. So he doesn't have to make a lot of reads. That's that part. No. They said the West Coast offense that's been existing for a long period of time is a quick read offense where the ball comes out quickly so guys can run after the catch. They wouldn't insult that. Can you imagine the news media that would come out if they said, well, hey, we're gonna dumb down the playbook for Dak so he don't have to think? Come on now. They still, the ESPN would look. That would be national news for the next 3 weeks. It's the Dallas Cowboys we're talking about. It's Dak Prescott. It's Jerry Jones. They had said something like that. If Mike McCarthy had said something like that, Dak Prescott would be extremely ticked off. Come on now. It ain't nobody said that. They would be talking about that for this whole season if that been the case. No organization would make a statement like that. That wasn't the coaches though, Goose. You expect stuff like that from Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith may have said that. Dallas Cowboys have not said that. Stephen A. Smith may have said that. And some other Cowboy haters that are on this show, they may have said that, and I haven't heard that as well, but I'm not going to doubt it because Stephen A. Smith is a hater of the Cowboys and all that. Stephen A. Smith does not represent Dallas Cowboys, nor does he is the voice of the Dallas Cowboy coaching staff. The coaching staff would never say something like that. No organization, no head coach would say something like that. In other words, you're saying your quarterback is dumb. That ain't no. No. That's secondhand reporting then. Until you hear that come out of the actual person's mouth, they can't put words in another person's mouth. Now, your interpretation may be that. And I'm not knocking your interpretation, because I could say one thing and line up 10 different people, and 10 people will have 10 different interpretations. I'm not knocking your interpretation, but that ain't what the Dallas Cowboys said. That's not what they said. Stephen A. Smith said it, may say it, but that didn't come out of Jerry Jones' mouth, didn't come out of Stephen's mouth, it didn't come out of Mike McCarthy's mouth, it didn't come out of Schottenheimer's mouth, it didn't come out of nobody in that organization. Nobody. So we can't attribute that to the Dallas Cowboys when none of the Dallas Cowboys actually said that. You can't say that. You can't say that. But we ain't gonna get hung up on that, because we know that's not true. All right. So as much as some people can't stand Dak Prescott, you better get ready. He's gonna give you another reason for you not to like him anymore. He's gonna give you even more reasons, like putting gas on a fire. It's really about the blaze, because Dak Prescott, I don't know when, but it's coming. He is going to be the highest paid. He probably is going to be the highest paid quarterback player in the history of the NFL until the next man comes along. It's going to happen. And with that, I guess on a flip end of it comes expectations. But what I'm trying to tell everybody is that y'all trying to act like Dak Prescott should be on the level. You get paid that amount of money, you got to deliver. You got to be the man. No, you don't. You ain't got to be the man when you never was the man. See, we got mistaken identity. When Dak was a rookie, he was the NFL Rookie of the Year, but he wasn't the man on the team. The man on the team was the offensive line and Ezekiel Elliott when he was a rookie. But he got Rookie of the Year. We got a mistaken identity with Dak Prescott. Ever since he been here, Dak wasn't the one that stirred the drink. It was always Ezekiel Elliott and the line, offensive line. Now, when Amari Cooper got here, things changed. But it was still Ezekiel Elliott. It was never the buck stops here on Dak Prescott and everybody follow. Now and that's where the mistaken identity comes into play again. Because everybody say, well, they follow Dak. He's the leader. He's the leader. He's the leader. That don't mean because he's the leader, he's the best player on the team. They just follow him because he's got that electrifying personality for this team, and he's just the guy who they gravitate toward. That don't mean he's the best player of the team. Oh, they will run through a wall for Dak Prescott. I don't care if they run through a building. If he's not the best player on this team. He never has been. If I say line up, name the best players on the Dallas Cowboys just this year, Dak Prescott may not even be in your top 5. Let me try that. Let me see. Best player on the team. Best player on the team. Michael Parsons. Zach Martin. CeeDee Lamb. Trayvon Diggs. That's 4. Maybe Dak Prescott after that. Usually if I say the next name, the best player on the team, quarterback gonna be number 1. Dak Prescott ain't the top 5 player on this team. Might be. He's not. He got the most important position on this team. That don't mean he's the best player on the team. He never was the best player on this team. And then y'all Cowboy fans, of course, changed it up again because he was voted in. Oh, there you go. Somebody said Gilmore. I'm just saying Dak ain't, I mean, come on now. Dak not even that. But we got mistaken identity, but we want to talk about him like he's the MVP of the league. No, he was the NFL Man of the Year. But y'all done equivalated that to act like that's the MVP. No, it's not. Man of the Year is something outside of the field. His community work. His stature. His stature. My God, there you go, Brian. Tony Pollard. I mean, the more you keep adding, Dak Prescott made it be top 7 on this. I forgot about Tony Pollard. Come on now. We got it mistaken. An NFL Man of the Year does not equivalent to being a great player on the field. Dak Prescott in his whole time here has never been that guy that he's the number 1 guy on the team. He's never been. But we have really messed it up. Dak Prescott has never been he's one of the better players on the team. But like I just said, if I gave all y'all a quiz and say, name me y'all top 5 players on the Cowboys team, very few of y'all will have Dak Prescott in the top 5. You got about 3 or 4 defenders on defense that'll be ahead of him. You got probably Pollard that's going to be ahead of him. Zach Martin is ahead of him. That's 2. I ain't got to the defensive side. At least 3 that are there now. Dak Prescott may not even be top 5. That's why ESPN is talking about him like that. ESPN is talking about him like he's on the level of a Patrick Mahomes. And that's where the mistaken identity comes. He's never been that guy. I've always said that about him. All he has to be is he's a good quarterback that has to be great in moments. That's all he got to be. When the time and watch this, Dak has done that. Patrick Mahomes is great, and he has to be great every week, and usually he is, or he's very close to it. It's rare when he's not great. Then you got the quarterbacks who are real good that have to be great when the great moments arise to them. Come to themselves. When the moment comes, now you got to jump out of being good to being great for a moment, even though you're not consistently great. That's all Dak Prescott got to be. If the defense play like that, I think they're going to play. If Pollard is Pollard, Dak Prescott, all I got to do is play action. And look, he ain't got to. See, y'all want Dak with Patrick Mahomes kind of numbers. I'm saying Dak Prescott can be great with Troy Aikman numbers. Oh boy, y'all don't understand that one. Troy Aikman wasn't throwing no ball for no 300 yards every game. You know why? Because he didn't have to. He had Emmitt Smith. He had that offensive line. You'll look at the stats. Troy Aikman only had 25 passes, 22 passes. Went to the Hall of Fame because he was accurate when he made those 22 passes count. He was accurate as all outdoors. He's a winner. He won championships. But he wasn't throwing the ball like he was Dan Marino. Go back and look at some of the stats. Troy Aikman wasn't throwing no ball like Steve Young back then and Brett Favre. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't throwing the ball but 25, 26 times. Emmitt Smith was carrying the ball 30 times a game. Good Lord. Troy Aikman was not the star. He was a great quarterback. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm not trying to minimize that. I'm saying That's the kind of area where Dak need to be. He don't need to be throwing the ball 60 times like Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes and Joe throwing the ball like Burrow for 45 to 50 times a game. That ain't that's not Dak. That's not him. That's not his game. Now he get talked about like that's him. But that's what the guys want to do because the Cowboys drive the ratings. We know that. So you got to talk about the Cowboys nonstop. The media making Dak thinking Dak is this and that. Like he's supposed to throw the ball 50 times a game on that level. That ain't Dak Prescott. That's not Dak Prescott, y'all. That's not his game. It's never been his game. He's not one of he's just not. But guess what? He gonna get paid, however, like he's Patrick Mahomes. It's because that's the market. It's the market, y'all. It ain't based on how elite you are. It's based upon the market. Based upon the market, Dak Prescott is inching his way up to being next in line with a big payday of what a quarterback makes. It's about to happen. It's getting ready to happen. Y'all don't like it? Okay. Here you go again. For those that are coming in late, y'all read it for yourselves. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all read that. Why y'all listening to me? Read that. Think about Jalen Hurts. Think about what Joe Burrow is getting ready to make. Think about what Burrow is getting ready to do as far as his signing with the Bengals go. He's next. Justin Herbert already got his. Joe Burrow was the happiest man alive. Joe Burrow was the happiest man alive when Herbert signed. Joe Burrow was. And Dak Prescott is sitting in line saying, please sign Joe Burrow, please. Because you ain't doing it, y'all ain't doing it but driving my price up. Jalen Hurts messed this up for everybody. For the next probably 4 or 5 guys. When the Philadelphia Eagles paid Jalen Hurts for 1 year and gave him $50 million, you should have known right then and there that Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and yes, Dak Prescott are the happiest men on God's green earth. Y'all should have known that. You should have known it. The Philadelphia Eagles messed up. I'm not saying Jalen ain't going to get to that point or whatever. I'm saying at the time, based off. See, me personally, I need to see Jalen Hurts do it 1 more year. And then I say, okay, yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. Give it to him. That's what I want to see it 1 more year. I want to see it 1 more year. Me. But the Philadelphia Eagles said, we seen enough. Hey, we're going to go and take care of him now. Okay. You did it. Jalen Hurts reset the market. Jalen Hurts reset the market. Okay. Everybody else is yeah. Thank you. Deshaun Watson. You're right, Brian Smith. Deshaun Watson was the one that really started. I agree. Nobody expected him to make that type of money. But since he did, the reset has happened ever since. Jalen Hurts really is the next one that did it. So Jalen Hurts said it. Guess what? Justin Herbert said, I sure thank you, Jalen. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This is the starting point because he did it 1 year. Okay. And Joe Burrow, it's kind of like he was at LSU after they won the championship, national championship. Y'all remember Joe had that cigar in his mouth? Joe Burrow probably lit up the biggest cigar in the country once Justin Herbert signed his deal. Because Joe already know he's going to get more. So Justin Herbert's getting, what, $52 million a year? Somewhere in that area? Oh, God, Joe Burrow happy. Super happy. Super happy. Mike says, don't forget about Lamar Jackson. Hey, again, same thing. Y'all can blame Deshaun Watson for this craziness, and now you can blame. See, I would have gave Lamar his. See, I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. I would have gave Lamar his. Lamar done proved himself. He got an MVP on his resume. He got playoff wins on his resume. Been to the playoffs. He got stuff on his resume. Jalen Hurts ain't got but 1 year. One year. I see, and it's been set ever since. So don't get mad at Dak when it's time now. Get mad at the system. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's right here. So when Juan says this, Dad ain't looking too hot in practice, but it's practice. They only showing the interception step of his full screen. Exactly. But here's my point. It make no difference what Dak looking like in practice. It don't make no difference. It's his time. If it was any other position, I'd be saying something totally different. But the quarterback position is really all about who's next. Don't worry about how good he is. Don't worry about how elite he is. Don't worry about how many Pro Bowls he made. Don't worry about how many All-Pro teams he made. It ain't even about that. It's about who's next. That's why Jalen got paid what he got paid. That's why Justin Herbert, who ain't won nothing, ain't won a division, ain't been to the playoffs, haven't done anything, but he's right now sitting as the highest paid quarterback, annually in league history. Joe Burrow is next. And right after Joe Burrow, it's going to be Dak Prescott. And y'all better get ready. I might well start crying now. Kyle, thank you. Kyle said Lamar just got one playoff win. Not wins. Dak Prescott got more than that, don't he? Oh, okay. Dak Prescott got more wins than Lamar Jackson. Am I right? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. If you had to pick between Lamar and Dak, probably 95% of us would pick, Lamar. I understand. But he got more wins. See, it really ain't about playoff wins. Guess what? When Herbert got paid that, it ain't obviously about Super Bowl appearances, because Justin Herbert ain't even got to the position where he can get to the Super Bowl. I mean, he ain't been in the playoffs. Jalen has been in the Super Bowl. Burrow has been in the Super Bowl. But who getting paid the most? Justin Herbert. So you might as well cry now. Because Cowboy fans, look, I remember. Michael Evans is here. Me and Mike been with me for a minute now. When Dak Prescott got paid this deal, in that third little sentence there, 4 years, $160 million, and I believe he got, I forgot the signing bonus, but it was $40 million a year. And Cowboy fans and haters alike went cuckoo over what Dak Prescott was getting paid, which is now, of course, a bargain. I mean, if we get Dak to agree to another $40 million, y'all would be so happy. Y'all would be so happy. Yeah, that's about what Dak need to be. That's about what Dak need to be. He need to be about the 14th highest paid quarterback at $40 million. At the time, y'all went exactly, Mike. Mike was with me, man. Me and Michael Evans was on my show, and we were just talking, and it was unbelievable the hatred that this man received just because he was next. I ain't see the same energy and venom when Jalen Hurts got his. I didn't see it. I don't hear the venom of when Justin Herbert got his. Look, Trevor Lawrence is coming up too. What y'all think he gonna get paid? Guess what? And Jacksonville ain't won nothing. They won a division last year with a 7-win season. And everybody think that he's the next the next coming of Dan Marino or somebody. Ain't won for 7 games. And he coming up. Trust me. What you think Trevor Lawrence? Now, y'all ain't gonna have the same energy for Trevor Lawrence that y'all got for Dak Prescott. See, y'all ain't gonna talk too much about that. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. And that leads to another whole different discussion by itself, but I ain't gonna even go that route. I ain't gonna even say that. Because the venom ain't gonna be there. The venom ain't even there for Justin Herbert, who ain't done nothing. He's done nothing. I don't hear the same energy. Because y'all said Dak Prescott ain't done nothing. But ESPN leads off every day. Y'all were mad for 40 minutes. Well, let me stop, because I'm about to go and say some stuff now. Ooh-wee. I didn't hear the venom. I didn't hear the venom for Justin Herbert, who ain't done nothing. They say, well, he's going to be, he's going to be, he has an incredible arm. He can really throw it. He ain't won nothing. He got all the talent in the world on that team. He ain't won nothing. I didn't hear the same venom, but my God, with Dak Prescott sign this deal that's coming up, and whenever it comes, well, y'all gonna have a fit. Ooh, I can already see it. I can feel it. There's Cowboy fans right now watching this, whether they watching it by replay or they watching me live right now. They're literally cringing in their seats right now. Because they don't like what I'm saying. Because they know it's the truth. They just don't like Dak Prescott. And they do not like it. I mean, it ain't no middle ground with Dak. You either love him. That's not fair, Kyle, there. And I'll tell you the reason why. Even though what you said is 100% accurate, it's not fair because Justin and Dak play 2 different games. That's the only reason why I'm going to say that. We had Ezekiel Elliott. He had Eckler, but Eckler, they put the ball in Herbert's hand. They were comfortable with Herbert throwing 50 times a game. Dak don't get that. Dak don't get 50 attempts and all that kind of stuff. It's different. Different type game. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Totally different type game. Austin Eckler, if he gets 28 carries, and I know we were combining with our running backs, but when you combine them, it may be right in between 24 to 27 carries. Austin Eckler wasn't getting no 27 carries a game. Herbert, they put the ball in Herbert's hand. Keenan Allen, tied in, Mike Williams on the other side. Different that's the reason why it's not a fair assessment when you compare their 4,000 yards. No, it's total different game. Total. So I said all that to say, y'all, I put that out there because see, this is a lightning rod type conversation when it comes to Dak Prescott. Podcasters, if y'all ever want to get some views and likes and hates and all that, just talk about Dak Prescott. I don't think that, Kyle, I don't think that really, I don't think that when you say the name Dak Prescott, I don't think that really accuracy is one of the first attributes that you come up with. I don't think so. When it comes to Dak, the first thing usually what you hear is Dak friendly. So then the question becomes, what is Dak? What is Dak friendly? Dak friendly is simply a short passing game where he can throw short. He's excellent at throwing the slant route. He's excellent at throwing to the tight end up the seams. He's He's pretty good with throwing crossing routes. Kellen Moore made him good at throwing curl routes because that's all they threw. Shit, curl route. He got good, real good at that real quick. But those are intermediate routes. Dak Prescott problem has always been, and this goes back to Mississippi State too, is really throwing down the field consistent. He's never been known as a deep throwing type guy. So I guess if you want to say accuracy, throwing short, and because that's where y'all get the term the dink and doink and all that kind of mess, the dink and dat type stuff. See, he's good at that. I think he's good. He's gotten much better every year. He's really good on throwing down the field. Shoot, Amari Cooper years proved that. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Yeah, I already talked about it, Shane. You got to go back. I spent a whole 30, 40 minutes, Shane, on the kicker. You need to go back and listen to that because it was kind of funny. Yeah, we talked about that already. It's about the kicking game there. What you had said before, Shane was the one that really honed in on the kickers since the beginning. Exactly. People, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he said, y'all got it. Joe Montana was dinking that. That was a West Coast offense, I may add, too, Terry. Dak Prescott was the best deep passer in 2019. Nobody would give Dak that type of credit, though. Kyle says Herbert has a lower interception percentage even with him throwing more than that. Well, I guess the argument then, it's really not an argument, it's just a question like, do you feel, I'm not asking you, Kyle, because I think I already know the answer. I guess then the question becomes, okay, do you feel like that Herbert is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott? I'm not asking you that. I'm saying that's when you put that like that, then that's the question that becomes. And I'm saying that it really, it don't make a difference because here's the bottom line. Herbert has not won anything. Nothing. And with him being better, if you think he's better, and he's had talented teams, as they say, Dak Prescott has had. He's had Keenan Allen. He's had Mike Williams. He's had Austin Eckler. He's had a pretty good offensive line. He's had a pretty good, a defense on paper, and then they get hurt all the time. But I'm saying the Chargers have been one of the most overrated teams in the league in the last 2 to 3 years because they have the talent. They have it. And they ain't won nothing. That's the bottom line. What I look, because remember, when it comes to quarterbacks, the standard has always been, did you win? Okay, if that is the case, then if you're comparing Dak to Justin Herbert, then although you say he has a better lower interception rate, I'm going by the standard of wins. And right now, Dak Prescott makes Justin Herbert in terms of wins and losses. It's like comparing your local state fair to Walt Disney World. There's no comparison. Dak Prescott compared to Justin Herbert has won. That's the fact. That's the standard of the quarterback. That's what it always has been. Don't make no difference about the yards and all that kind of stuff. That's for Hall of Fame numbers. The question they's on, did you win? Dak Prescott ain't won nothing, but he's won more than Justin Herbert. Dak Prescott at least got 2 division championships on his resume. Dak Prescott has been to the playoffs. Has won in the playoffs. Couple games. Justin Herbert ain't even been in the playoffs. As great as he is. And I'm not knocking him out. He's great. Great young quarterback. You can see the potential. You'll be a fool to say Justin Herbert not going to be a dangerous kid. I've even said this year, Justin Herbert, because of Kellen Moore, the same Kellen Moore that I don't like and want him gone. I'm saying that Kellen Moore is going to make Justin Herbert an MVP candidate this year. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Herbert leads the league in passing this year. He's good. Just ain't won nothing. So because he ain't won nothing and he got that big gigantic contract, I don't want to hear nothing when Dak Prescott signs his big deal and gonna get that contract and has won more than Justin Herbert. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear the criticism from ESPN and all that because they ain't say nothing about Justin Herbert. They just said today Justin Herbert signed his big deal. He gets paid $52 million a year. What are they? And now he's with Kellen Moore. You expect his numbers to get even bigger and better. Justin Herbert, he has a rocket arm. Justin Herbert, he's the future. He's going to be one of these quarterbacks that's going to be here fighting for the next 10 years. You don't hear nothing negative. You just hear he's just a great kid. He's all that kind of stuff. Dak Prescott, though, oh my God. And that's another thing y'all got to understand, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not excuse, and I'm going to let y'all go after this. See, another thing that we got another problem when it comes to Dak Prescott. And the reason why I'm going to say this, the reason why what I'm getting ready to say is because of the helmet that he wears. It's because of the star that he wears on his head. And the team that's on TV every week, on national TV, get all the big rating games. It's because he's a cowboy quarterback that I'm getting ready to say what I'm getting ready to say. See, what people have forgotten is this. Everybody keep asking the question that, a couple years ago, is Dak Prescott elite? Is he on what tier is he on? Is he on the first tier? Is he a top 5? Is he a top 8? Is he a top 10? This has been the conversation for the last 3-4 years when it comes to Dak Prescott. But you keep forgetting one major thing that cannot be ignored. The names that y'all keep comparing them to, just about all of them were the number one pick in the draft. Or first round quarterback at least. Mahomes, first round quarterback. Jalen Hurts, second round quarterback. Justin Herbert, first round quarterback. Joe Burrow, first overall pick in the draft. Josh Allen, first round pick, top 3 or whatever you were. And y'all keep forgetting that Dak Prescott was drafted in the 4th round. He was drafted in the 4th round, but we have gossip and talk about him as if he was the number one pick in the draft. And based off a 4th round quarterback, please tell me a quarterback other than Tom Brady who was drafted in the 6th round. Tell me a quarterback that has exceeded his draft status. I'm quite sure you'll figure out some more. Some undrafted. Romo is one. Romo compared to being undrafted. Kurt Warner obviously is another one who was undrafted. I'm just saying this kid was drafted in the 4th round. Dak Prescott was. But people talk about him like he was the first pick in the draft. I'm just saying. I ain't putting Terry. I ain't saying nothing about Brock Purdy. Purdy got to do it another year for me. I'm not a prisoner of the moment. I don't give guys who just had one good year and then give them the world. That just ain't me. I'm sorry. Y'all can do that. I'm not. I saw Nick Foles win the Super Bowl for Philly. They put a statue outside for him. Ain't done nothing ever since. Before then, he ain't done nothing. Give me a break. I ain't giving nobody no credit. Not for no 1 year. Do it again, then the following year, then I'll give you credit. Dak Prescott was a 4th. I know they just shocked some of y'all because y'all forgot. Dak Prescott was drafted in the 4th round. All the guys y'all comparing Dak Prescott to are guys that are franchise changers. Nobody, when Dak Prescott was drafted by the Cowboys and saying that he was a franchise quarterback, he turned into one. But when he was drafted, he was not known as a franchise quarterback. All these guys, even Daniel Jones, Lord have mercy, from the New York Giants was drafted in the first round. I think pick number 2, Daniel Jones. All these guys that y'all compare Dak to were franchise guys. Dak Prescott turned himself into a franchise guy. It's such a difference. That's why I really can't knock him, because he did turn himself into that. I'm just saying, y'all done forgot. I guess I got to be the one to remind y'all. Y'all got Dak Prescott messed up. I'm sorry. And I ain't the biggest fan of him. I mean, I'm not. But I'm not for the just. I remember he was just a guy that was going to come in and be the third quarterback to Tony Romo and Kellen Moore. That's all he was. That's all he was. Probably never get in the game, hold a clipboard, play a lot in the preseason. That's it. He turned himself into a pretty good quarterback from the 4th round. There ain't too many guys in the league like that. It's not. Mostly everybody, every team. I mean, come on. Let's do this together real quick, and then I'll let y'all go. Let's do this together. Let's go NFC West. Just name the quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, first round, first overall pick. That's one. Let's go Seattle. Geno was oh my God. Kyle, help me. Put it in since you're here. Tell me what round and put it in the chat. Geno was not no 4th round or 5th or 6th round or 7th round quarterback. I just can't name it. It's been that long ago. Help me out, Kyle. Geno, okay. That's the Seattle Seahawks. The West, the Rams. Matthew Stafford, number 1 overall pick in the draft. That's the Rams. Who else am I missing? Rams, 49ers. Even if you go Brock Purdy, okay, we'll throw Brock Purdy there. But if you go Trey Lance is the 2nd pick in the draft. Okay, thank you, Kyle. Geno Smith was a 2nd round quarterback. So in the NFC West, other than Purdy, everybody else was either 1 or 2. And we got a number 1 overall pick in Stafford there. Okay, that's okay. Let's go NFC South. Bryce Young, number 1 overall pick in the draft. Desmond Ridder from Atlanta. Good Lord. I don't know where he was. Kyle, help me out again. Desmond Ridder. That's Carolina. David Carr, 1st round pick. Was David Carr number 1 pick in the draft? Was he number 1 overall pick from Fresno State? Okay. I forgot. It's been that long. That's the Saints. I got the Saints. I got the Falcons. I got Carolina. Who else am I missing from the South? Oh, God. Y'all help me. Who am I missing? Oh, Kyle says that Riddle was a 3rd round pick. Come on now. Every quarterback so far is over Dak Prescott. Every pick was over Dak Prescott except Purdy right now. The Bucks, the starting quarterback for the Bucks is Baker Mayfield. Number 1 overall pick. Some of these quarterbacks I'm naming, Dak Prescott is way better than. Let me throw that in. Okay? Okay. All right, that's the NFC South. There was a franchise-changing guys, I've called them. David Carr was a 2nd rounder, Kyle says. I'm just saying. Okay? I said the South, I said the West, NFC East, where we are. The Giants, Daniel Jones, 1st round pick, I believe, top 3 pick. They trade up to number 2 to get Daniel Jones. That's number 2. Washington, Sam Howell. I don't even know nothing about Howell. Okay, so I'm even about to insult him. I don't even know him. I know Dak Prescott better than he is, but I don't know where he was drafted. Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts, 2nd round pick. 2nd round. That's the NFC East. Everybody over Dak right now in the NFC except Brock Purdy. Are y'all listening to me? Howell's in the 5th round. Okay, so right now, Brock Purdy and Sam Howell are the only 2 quarterbacks that are lower than Dak Prescott. Everybody else I done called out. 1st or 2nd or 3rd round. Are y'all listening to this? I mean, do I got to go to the AFC? Okay. AFC, Ryan Tannehill. AFC South, Ryan Tannehill. I don't know the pick, but I guarantee it wasn't the 4th round. It was higher. That's the Tennessee Titans. AFC South, the Indianapolis Colts. Well, you got the rookie now, Jason Richardson. That's the 1st round pick. Oh, I'm sorry, NFC North. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota. We know he was ranked. I don't know the exact round, but it was higher than 4th round. Help me out, Kyle. What pick? What year? Kirk Cousins. I believe he was 2nd round, if I remember right. I'll see it. Y'all look in the chat. Kyle got my back right now. 2nd round, I believe it is, for Kirk Cousins. Green Bay, Jordan Love, 1st round. Franchise. When you draft him 1st round as a quarterback, you're a franchise guy. Jordan Love. Keep in mind. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Kyle, thank you. Okay, so Kyle, says the Cousins was ranked 4th like that. He's now on the level. So right now, we got Cousins, we got Purdy, and we got, who else I called out? Oh my God, forget that. It was only 3 guys. So Cousins, 4th round. Jordan Love, 1st round. Detroit Lions, Jared Goff, number 1 overall pick. And had the guys I'm naming, Dak Prescott is better than. And y'all know it too. AFC South, Tannehill. Jason, whatever his name is, Richardson in Colts. That's 1st round pick. South. Oh, Jesus. Y'all forget my head right now. Give me somebody else from the South. Indianapolis, Tennessee. Goodness. Y'all forgive me, I'm older. Y'all forgive me. Come on. Give me the AFC South. Tennessee, Indianapolis. Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall pick. CJ Stroud, number 2 pick in the draft. I'm sorry, Michael Fields. Thank you, Mike. I forgot Justin Fields in the NFC South. NFC North, I'm sorry. NFC North. Justin Fields, number 1st round pick. AFC South, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville. CJ Stroud, Houston, Texas. 1st overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. 2nd overall pick in this year's draft, CJ Stroud. AFC East, Josh Allen, 1st round pick. Tua, Miami, 1st round. New England, Matt Jones, 1st round. Miami, New England, Buffalo. Who else am I missing? Who am I missing in the AFC East? The Jets, Aaron Rodgers. I ain't got to say nothing. Just smooth. I mean, come on now. 1st round pick, Aaron Rodgers. AFC North, the kid from Pittsburgh, 1st round pick. Deshaun Watson, Cleveland, 1st round pick. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, First round pick. Who else am I missing? AFC North. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow. First overall pick. I mean, come on now. I did the AFC West now. Kansas City, Mahomes, first round pick. Herbert, top 3 overall pick. Jimmy Garoppolo with the Raiders, second round pick. Who else am I missing from the West? I would think we're done after that. The Raiders, Chargers, the Chiefs. Who else am I missing from there? Who else am I missing from the West? Oh, see, it's making y'all look real bad. Because Dak Prescott is better than half of the people out of the name. Russell Wilson. Russell is a third round pick, if I'm not mistaken. Russell Wilson from the Broncos, who got better than what his status was, if I'm not mistaken. So that completes everything. Half the names I done called out, y'all, if you go back and just go down there, Dak Prescott better than a whole bunch of them. That's why you know you can't knock him, because we comparing Dak Prescott to franchise players. That's why they were drafted. Franchise changing players. Dak Prescott, when he was drafted, was not considered a franchise changing player. The media has made it seem like that Dak Prescott is that guy. He never was that guy. He's not even one of the top 8 players on the team. He never was. These other guys that we done looked at, they're expected to be that person. Now Dak is supposed to be better, but Dak really ain't had that. Y'all be looking at Dak like he on this level. He ain't never been on this type level. He's ascended to be on that type level. Y'all got Dak Prescott messed up for real. For real. Y'all charging him and looking at him through first overall pick eyes. That's what y'all doing. That's what Stephen A is doing every morning. He ain't never been that type guy. And some of y'all Cowboy fans look at him like that. He ain't never been that type guy. Now he's ascended to be a Pro Bowl type player. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of guys that were great that never won. Dan Marino ain't won nothing. He's a great, great player. You know, Dan Marino's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he never got close to winning. He got the one Super Bowl. That was it. As great as he was. One. Didn't even sniff it no more. Dak Prescott is going to be, bottom line, highest paid quarterback in the league coming up. It's coming. Y'all gonna be mad. Ooh. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad. And I'm gonna go and tell y'all this. And y'all sure ain't gonna like this. And I'm prefacing this by saying, I'm really not a gigantic Dak Prescott fan myself. I like him. I do. Y'all, I do. I'm just one to call it like it is. If he play bad, I'll tell you that. If he play decent, I'm going to say he decent. If he play great, I'm going to say he played great. Cowboy fans get mad when you say he ain't played great, when they know he ain't played great, but they get mad because you talk about your quarterback. I'm one that will talk about him. Just like I talk about anybody else. Everybody that follow me know I'll do it. But I'm going to tell y'all this real quick about Dak Prescott. I'm prefacing by saying I'm not. When Dak Prescott get paid his money, watch this. He deserves it. Yeah, he does. He does. He deserves it. His value for the franchise is up there. And his value for the his value and status in the franchise is probably one of the most highest in the whole league over some of these guys that y'all think is elite. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Terry says, I can't call one game. He willed us to a win. Well, the stats are going to tell you different, Terry, because his comebacks are speak for himself.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
I ain't calling, but I know this is, and since I done talk so much, I'm going to accept the call now. I didn't even call for the line, but I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Hold on. Coach Marv, I know it's you. Hold on. Just hold on. Hold on. Coach Marv can't take no more. He just called in. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Coach Marv, you ain't got to call in for the call. You know, yeah, he calling me back. Coach can't take no more. Coach can't take no more. I'm calling him now. I done talked so long about trying to prove Dak Prescott. I done messed up. Mike said he about to call in. Lord have mercy, I done talked too long.
Big Show.
I knew it was you, Coach.
I got some breaking news for you, Big Show. Well, not a breaking news. I got a breaking theory about the Dak Prescott slander.
Mm-hmm.
Got a breaking theory, and it's always been my theory. Mm-hmm. And you pointed out very, you laid the evidence when you started naming quarterbacks that were drafted, that wasn't first or second round drafted. Mm-hmm. And I think you had about 4 names on that list. And those guys, if you look at their careers, even Russell Wilson, until he was scrutinized so much until they won a Super Bowl, and then they started scrutinizing to find out that he was a good quarterback. But he was scrutinized. Kirk Cousins has been scrutinized all his career because he wasn't the first pick. Because the other guy was the first pick, so he has been scrutinized his whole career. Mm-hmm. And even Kurt Warner, when he became a starter, if he didn't do outstandingly well, and then when the year that he kind of fell off a little bit, people went right back talking about he was just a fluke and he was just an undrafted guy. Mm-hmm. There is a bias for players that are not first-round draft picks as quarterbacks.
Bingo.
So, Tony Romo, if you look at Tony Romo's stats and what he did for being undrafted, if he was a first-round pick, people would be talking about, man, even though he didn't win, they would be talking so glaringly about him.
Coach, they would be saying that Tony Romo with the numbers that he accumulated, if he was a first-round draft pick, they would be saying Tony Romo is a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's what they'll be saying.
So there is a stain on guys that come in this league, and they become in this league unless they do something overly top good, and they have to do it over and over again. Tom Brady said in many interviews that he always knew people looked at him as being a 7th-round draft pick. And he had to continue over year and year in out to prove himself, because he said once he failed, they would bring that back up again, that he was just a 7th-round pick. And he played hard to make people forget about him being a 7th-round. But it took many Super Bowls and many championships for people to forget that he was a 7th-round pick. So there's a disdain against players Even let's even look. I'm gonna even give you another player that's not even a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Terrence Steele is getting that disdain right now. You don't have people out there saying he's one of the best tackles in the NFL, even though he's been playing like that for the last 2 years. But there's still a disdain on him that he was an undrafted tackle.
Yeah.
They're always going to question because they're going to say, oh, he's still because there's a lot of pundits out there that believe when you're drafted in the first round, well, that means you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. You're going to get another chance. There's a reason why you were drafted first round or second round. But there's people don't understand that 65% of this league is made up of undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
And undrafted free agents and guys drafted from the 4th to the 7th round. 65% of this league is made up of those type of players. Mm-hmm. So, but there is a bias against guys that later round draft picks when people say, oh, they must be not that good. And regardless of the year, you still got people that are looking at Dak Prescott as a 4th round draft pick, and he's been in the league 8 years. And if he was a first round draft pick, what he has done, they will still be saying, man, how good he is because he was the first. But for him being a 4th round draft pick, he has to win a Super Bowl for you to say that some people say he's a good quarterback. Other guys can just make the playoffs, or they can just have some wild moments and they can be all right.
Or coach in Justin Herbert case, he ain't got to do nothing above. He just can say he got to rock it on.
Right, and if Dak Prescott if Justin Herbert did make the playoffs his first time this year, right?
If he does,
yeah, he did. He made the playoffs, but this is big show. If Dak Prescott lost a lead where they were winning by 21 points in a playoff game, and let another quarterback come back that threw 4 interceptions in the game and come back and beat Dak Prescott, what would you think people would ask for Dak Prescott to get the extension? This was what Justin Herbert did. He was up 21 points in a playoff game and let a guy that threw 4 interceptions in a game come back and beat him in a playoff game. And he got $52 million.
I rest my case. Look, coach, you can't make this up. I'm just saying. You can't make it up. Look, it is what it is. Coach, I'm sorry. I talk so much. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off on this one because
but it's the bias. It's the bias of guys of their draft position, and sometimes you can never get over that. Only thing you have to do is close your eyes and do what Tom Brady did, and continue to play and keep that chip on your shoulder all the way to the bowl, because that's the only way people gonna give you respect.
True. Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you, man. I'm sorry I talked so long. I wish I gave you a little bit more time. I'm gonna squeeze this last one in. Appreciate you.
Happy anniversary to you, man. Happy anniversary to you and your wife, man.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right. I'm running out of time. Michael Evans. I want to hear from Michael Evans because I know he got a lot to say. Michael, I don't know where you called from, but call in real quick. I got about 3 minutes or so that you can state your case. Call in right now, Mike. I know you're here. I know you want to crank it up, and you qualified to talk about it. So give me that. If not, I'm going to go ahead and shut down shop. My time is just about up. I ain't expect to be on here this long. But I appreciate everybody as I wait on him to call in real quick. I appreciate everybody that hung with me tonight. We had fun talking about this. I knew Dak Prescott's situation was going to be a fire starter, as it always is. But it is what it is. All I'm going to say again is we better get ready because it's going to happen. You might as well get mad now. Just get mad. I believe this is him now. Let me see.
Call from
Michael Evans.
Perfect. I got my guy in here. Mike, the dance floor is yours right now. Go ahead. You got about 3 minutes. Go to work.
Okay, I'll try to make this quick. I mean, I had a whole lot more to say, but I'll try to condense it down. Well, is anyone surprised at the article that you presented tonight about Dak Prescott getting a long-term deal? I'm not. You're not. All the people who even remotely follow the Cowboys are. It's just these people who just refuse to believe Dak Prescott is going to get another contract. They still think he's going to get cut after this season. If he doesn't take the team to the Super Bowl, they still think somehow he's going to be magically traded away to, and I don't know, and get who, I don't know who, but what I'm trying to say, the guy who was in your show today, Nick Gooch, I hope he's still listening, watching the show, but even if he's not, he just said the most ridiculous things. He said that, oh, well, they said they're dumbing down the playbook. And you saw he never answered my question. I tried to say, okay, who said that? First he said Stephen A. said it. Then I said, okay, so tell me what the clip is. I'll go research it. Then he said Mike McCarthy said that at Prescott. I say again, okay, fine. Tell me where he said it, and I'll look for it and research it. But he never answered me. But that's neither here nor there. Do people realize if Dak Prescott gets released from this football team, which is the chance of that is zero, but let's just play along. It's going to cost the Cowboys $59.6 million. And they can't say, oh, we'll just do it post-June further. We'll spread out for 2 years. He's going into the last year of his deal. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league when he resigns. I'm hoping he resigns after Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. I will resign after because he could be looking at a contract between something like 5 years, $300 million. He could be the first $60 million man in the NFL. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, how is this possible? How the Cowboys are going to do that?" Well, boys and girls, this decision was made 2 years ago when he signed his original deal. The Cowboys knew this day was coming, and this day has finally arrived. He's going to get paid. It's inevitable. The decision was already been made. So, like you say, better hang on. Get that seat, tighten up that seatbelt real tight. Put that helmet on, tighten up that chin strap, because he's going to get his money. And there is nothing that these people can say and do about it. But you're right. They're going to, the media, it's going to break the internet when Dak Prescott gets his money. It just is. They're still going nuts about his original deal. Mm-hmm. So if he gets more than Justin Herbert, and that's going to be the starting point, 52.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you get 45 or 50. No, he's not going to sign for one penny less than the guy before him.
Yeah, no question.
So,
man, I appreciate you, Mike.
I'll leave it there. And I'll continue to talk about that stuff. By the way, I was in Memphis today.
Oh, okay.
I was in Memphis today, and I thought I was going to call you, tell you I was there, but I just got so busy.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Next time you're here in Memphis, call me, man, and maybe we can hook up. So be it. I would love to meet you.
Okay, I certainly will.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Me too. I'm just trying to meet you.
Mike, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pick this back up on Saturday. So don't worry about it. We gonna talk about this some more. All right.
All right.
Appreciate you. Man.
Okay, Bishop.
Appreciate you, man.
All righty.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my time is up. My seconds are dwindling. I appreciate everybody that hung with me. We'll do it again. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, Podbean, Facebook, Twitch, everybody that was in the chat. Thank y'all so much. Y'all come back with me on Saturday because I got plenty more to say about this, and it look like y'all do too. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the one and only, the Big Time Show. Bye.